Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. Do you ever feel overwhelmed with the number of decisions that you're faced with every single day? From the minute you crawl out of bed to the moment you put your head on the pillow at night. According to Psychology Today, it is estimated that we'll make over 2,000 decisions each working hour, meaning one decision about every 2 seconds. And that's just on an average day. So imagine if you're trying to downsize, declutter, maybe even design your kitchen. No wonder that people are experiencing decision fatigue. So in the fast-paced world that we live in, we're bombarded with so much information, so many choices, and decision fatigue is kind of a natural phenomenon that affects just about every single one of us. And it does take a toll, impacting our emotional and also our physical well-being. So when you're faced with too many choices, decision fatigue starts to set in, and it manifests itself in a couple of different ways. One is that feeling of overwhelm, just the feeling of anxiety and hopelessness. Another one is difficulty focusing, and then the mental and physical feeling of being drained, that brain fog that sets in, and then avoidance and procrastination are a couple of other ways, and then impulsive or rash decisions, a big issue here, and then irritability and frustration, and mostly that has to do with irritability and frustration with ourselves over not being able to decide. So several things contribute to decision fatigue. The first one is information overload, and just having access to endless amounts of information and streams of information every single day over the internet, TV, social media. All of that can easily lead to decision fatigue. Another one is too many choices. So I always think of looking for sneakers. I mean, I used to be able to, pick from a couple of choices. Now there's hundreds of choices of sneakers. So while we all like choices, the reality is that too many choices can lead to confusion, indecision, and actually poor decisions. And the third one is perfectionism. So when you expect everything to be perfect, it can lead to overthinking, overanalyzing, and also overcomplicating things. And it slows down decision making, adding to that anxiety and that frustration and the fear of making a wrong choice. So there are a few ways to beat decision fatigue. I'm calling it the five secrets to beating decision fatigue. So secret number one is to set clear goals. So when you have clear goals, you have priorities, and you can prioritize your decisions, knowing what you want to accomplish. That will help you narrow down the options, allowing you to focus on what matters most. And then examples of that would be, in my design world, I created something called the ABCs of downsizing. So it's a simple strategy that I use to help my design clients make important choices when downsizing their homes. And it's very simple. It's actually on my website. So when you're moving, it's a matter of labeling the large items that will help you simplify a rather complicated process. So the A items would be the items that you definitely want to keep. The B items you would like to keep if it fits within your smaller space. And then the C items are those that you don't want, you don't need, so it's okay to donate them, recycle them, or to dispose of those. So the second secret to avoiding decision fatigue is to create daily routines and habits. So when you create a daily routine or those habits for certain routine decisions, it helps to automate your choices, and this helps save time, conserve that mental energy, and also limit the decisions that need to be made. So an example of that is a capsule wardrobe, something I'm experimenting with right now myself. So having a small, versatile wardrobe that can be mixed and matched to create a variety of outfits reduces the decision fatigue, because when you look in your closet, you have fewer choices to be made on a daily basis. And then the third secret to avoiding decision fatigue is to filter your options. So this is interesting because when you eliminate options that are not viable or unrealistic, it's just easier to make decisions. One is a budget filter, and we all have these. So if you're planning a vacation, if you are building a house, if you're buying a computer or having a home renovation project, we all have budget filters. So how much money are you willing to spend or able to spend on something? So this budget filter idea helps you to quickly screen the unrealistic options, things that you can afford or that you don't want to spend that kind of money on. And secret number 4 is streamlining your choices. I call it the magic of 3. So narrowing down your decisions to several viable options helps simplify the process and help you make the best decision because you can weigh the pros and cons of each one. So in the magic of 3, in my design world, when I'm presenting to design clients, I always offer 3 solid design options, each of which is uniquely different, and yet it satisfies the client's wants, needs, and wish lists. So an example would be if you're designing a kitchen, one design might include staying within the boundaries of the existing walls. Another one might be removing one wall or part of a wall. And then a third larger option would be to remove more than one wall of adjoining spaces. So 3 different designs, 3 different budgets, 3 different results. They get to choose what matters most to them, what works best for their lifestyle. So by narrowing down the 3 designs, it helps make the decision, make it easier, and also it helps to move the project forward. And secret number 5 is timing is everything. So save your important decisions for when you feel the most alert. So research shows us that within 1 to 3 hours of waking up is our best time to make decisions that are bigger decisions because they help to prevent the possibility of procrastination. So if you suffer from decision fatigue, either regularly or occasionally, apply these 5 simple secret strategies to help you regain control, to reduce and eliminate decision fatigue, and also to make better choices that will lead to a happier, simpler, and more fulfilling life.